What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Educated Barfly. I don't even know if that's how we start our videos anymore. I can't remember for some reason. I really liked that intro though, so I might bring it back if we don't do that anymore. My name is Leandro Di Manriva, and this is the Educated Barfly. One big pro of this machine is you don't have a condescending bartender judging you. You got a point. You got a crappy drink, but no condescending bartender. I guess you just have to pick your poison. Anyway, let's get into making a cocktail. Today's episode is a video that I've been meaning to do for so long, it has become a running joke here at the Educated Barfly. And it's become a source of Marius's passive-aggressive behavior. So today, we're gonna be doing a Creme de Mure video. For those of you that don't know, Creme de Mure is Blackberry Liqueur, and it is one of those obscure liqueurs that you can't really find that many places. And when you see how easy it is to make, you're gonna be like, there's absolutely no reason why I shouldn't do it. Since we're going into the warmer months, blackberries are gonna be in season pretty much everywhere soon, and a lot more readily available to you. Now's the time to do it. So I guess let's get into it, unless you have any other thoughts you'd like to impart on the audience today, Marius.
Nope.
You don't even mind when I said that stuff about your passive-aggressive behavior?
No, because I'll just cut it out.
No, you won't cut it off if I make a big stink about it. You'll leave it in, because it's funny. All right, let's get into making it. So we're gonna start with a bowl that has 900 grams of blackberries in it. It's about 5 cups. And we're gonna take 1 bottle of medium-bodied red wine. Now, you can use any medium-bodied red wine you want. I like to use Sangiovese because of the flavor profile that I get with it. It's just very nice, and that's how I prefer it, but it does work well with Merlot. So we're just gonna empty our bottle like so. We're gonna take a potato masher, and we're gonna mash it up real good until it has like a jammy consistency.
Could you also step on it?
If you wanted to, and you cleaned your feet. We're gonna let it sit for 48 hours. We're gonna let it macerate. Now, here's the thing. You want to put it in a cool, dark place. It doesn't necessarily have to be the fridge. It can be the fridge. I know what you're gonna say, that if we keep the wine outside the fridge, it's going to oxidize. But actually, we're gonna oxidize this on purpose because all of those jammy, acidic, and sort of bitter flavors that you get with oxidized wine is actually what we want in our Creme de Mure. And we're gonna be heating this up anyway, so that's going to rapidly oxidize regardless. The next thing we're gonna do is we've got our jar of Creme de Mure starter. And we're gonna take a nut milk bag, put it in here. We're gonna throw this in there and separate the solids from our wine blackberry mixture. This is my least favorite part. I almost asked you to go to the store and get me like rubber gloves. Touching the ushy-gushy kind of jammy mixture is not my favorite thing. What I like to do here is squish the bag to get as much of the liquid out as possible. Obviously, you're gonna be squishing a lot of blackberry juice out. You wanna make sure you get that nice blackberry flavor. So I like to mush this into a dry or semi-dry pulp and get all of that good juice out. So as you can see, we have it in a pot on a hot plate. Obviously gonna have it on the stove. We're gonna bring this up to temperature very slowly. I have a thermometer here because you don't wanna bring this up to past 170 degrees or it's going to vaporize the alcohol out of it. So I like to make sure that we keep it under. If it goes close to that, I'm gonna take it off the heat. And basically, we're just gonna heat it up enough to completely dissolve the sugar. We're putting in 300 grams of sugar. Take a nice big spoon and stir it until it dissolves. Heating it has another function other than just dissolving the sugar. The heating of it, which is like rapidly oxidizing that wine, actually lends a particular flavor to this that I don't want to lose. The last step we're gonna do is you're gonna take 3/4 of a cup or 175 milliliters of your choice of vodka or gin. I like to do gin because I like the way the botanicals in the gin play with the other flavors in this. So it just goes really well with wine, and it also goes really well with blackberries. So I do gin, but you can do vodka as well, and you can do high proof. I'm just using Beefeaters, so it's 80 proof. And in we go. So we're just gonna top it up, shake it. We've got it in our storage container. There's my one hint to you. What's the question everybody's going to ask? It's the first question anyone asks about any of these.
What can I use it in?
Any of these homemade things.
What can I use it in?
Close, no. That's like the 3rd question everyone asks, and that's after what does it taste like? Okay, so what does it taste like is number 2. What can I use it in is number 3, but the number 1 question is?
What's the ABV?
Nope, but we could calculate that, but no.
How long does it last?
Yes, how long does it last? And I've got some really good news for you guys. So this will last about 2 years, but If you sterilize your jar, it will last pretty much indefinitely. And here's the thing, I'm about to contradict myself a little bit and tell you how I store this. I store my Creme de Mure in the fridge. Usually when you have wine-based things, you store it in the fridge because you don't want the wine to oxidize, but we have pre-oxidized this wine. So do you need to store it in the fridge? I don't know. What I'm gonna do now that I have a lot of Creme de Mure is I'm gonna let this sit out, or I'm gonna take a portion of it and I'm gonna let it sit out, and we're gonna test whether or not you need to keep it in the fridge and what it tastes like. I don't think you probably do. I think this is pretty much shelf-stable because you're not really worried about the wine. That being said, over a lot of time, the wine will change flavor, but it will arguably change flavor in the refrigerator as well. So this is something that we have to test. That's another Barfly test. Otherwise, there it is, guys. There's your Creme de Mure. And given the amount of Creme de Mure that you have, you will be making brambles for many years to come. Well, actually, it's pronounced Shiraz.
Why do you say Shiraz?
Because I'm a stupid American, that's how it's spelled. Be making What? I'm dyeing my hands red here.